welcome to the video. And well, I just want to say that I'm having quite the time the last few days, being exhausted and also being really super busy, and then just not in the best of moods. And I know we all deal with this, so I wanted to be honest and talk about it, that sometimes living this life can feel not so great. And we question, I think it's because if you are in the knowing and if you watch stuff like this and you kind of see what's going on in the world and you kind of are like, I just want to get on with things. I just want to be where I want to be. I want to do what I want to do. I want to have the life I want to have. And I don't want any of these rules and you have to do this and you have to do that and you need a huge amount of money to do that. And everything seems like it takes so long and that we're waiting and waiting. So that's what I've been going through. Having a lot of conversations with God and the universe, source, whoever, right? Telling them how I feel about being a human being on this earth, especially at this time. So if anybody else is experiencing some crazy things, feeling not only body feelings, sensations, but also emotional ups and downs. And having feeling times where you just feel like I am just done with all of this. I just don't want to have to go to work. I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to clean. I don't want to have to cook. I don't feel like doing that. Shouldn't things just come to us? That's kind of what I've been going through. So anyways, let's get started though. So I pulled some cards for this video. And the first card that came through was the Hermit. And then we're going to do a blessing. Then we're going to read from the book, Parallel Universes of Self. So these are our messages for today. The Hermit card and what that is about, going within. And one thing I was, have this thing with God, source, whatever. Go within and all the answers are there. And I'm like, you know what? I go within. I don't always get some answers and I'm sick of this. And I don't want to have to meditate for 5 hours to just get one stupid flippant answer. Just tell me the answer now. Be loud, be clear. Tell me the answer. Let me know what my next step, right? And I get really loud. And that's the way I'm kind of feeling now. So when I got the Hermit card, I'm like, oh yes, they're going to tell us all the answers are within. You go within, there's the knowledge. And, so then that hits me today too. But it's about deeper inner knowledge of the path ahead. Go within and you'll hear the deeper inner knowledge of your path ahead. And this is what I'm struggling with. So this hit me. I'm like, I have asked for clear direction for my path ahead for a long time now, Spirit. I'm done. Like, give me the flippant sign now. Because that's the way I am. I'm very impatient. I want to know right now. So the card says, go within as often as needed to be reminded of how to walk through the world with total faith in the process. And that's the key to this card, is walk through the world with faith in the process. Now, I lose faith in the process a lot because I want to know the answers now, right? I want to know now. But like what it says, and then I know I don't go in as much as I should. I love being in the physical world. I love seeing things, doing things, being physical, touching things, doing creative things. But just sitting, being quiet and going within, I am so challenged by doing that. So maybe you are too. And of course, this is just a reminder that I probably need to do more, because when my head is full of things from the outside world, it cannot hear my inner truest voice. So that may be what's going on. And then the second card was Knight of Swords. And I have gotten this in my reading about 3 days in a row. And I read it to you guys, I think yesterday. So this card is here, big time. So the message must be very strong for us. You know what needs to be done and said to protect yourself and all you hold dear. Time to take swift and decisive action. That's what this card is about. So when I read it today, and I read it differently, it's like, you know what needs to be done and said to protect yourself and all you hold dear. And in that way too, it's like our true beliefs or that me knowing that it's possible to live a life I really want to live. That to me is so important. And my freedom, right? My freedom of choice, that I choose to hold that dear and to protect it and not get caught up in the craziness of the outside world, or people that tell me I cannot do something I want, or that I cannot have the freedom I want, or that's just not possible. So again, I read it differently. I'm like, oh, right, you're right. It's really sticking to me, my true nature, and being the true me, right? And time to take swift and decisive action. And I tell myself I don't know what action to take. And I know that's probably a story because there's a little bit of fear. So again, tuning into that, right? And then the next cards, there's two that were pulled, both sixes. Six of Swords and the Six of Cups. So I read their joint meaning when you combine the two cards together, and this is it. Period of emotional healing and transformation. Well, yes, that's definitely going on. Let go of negative memories from the past and move forward to brighter future. Willingness to make changes and seek out new opportunities for growth and development. And when I read that, I'm like, new opportunities for growth. Challenges cause us to grow. So, but then I'm like, oh, screw the stupid challenges, right? In my head, that's my head. But maybe changes or opportunities doesn't have to mean challenges, right? Opportunities for growth. A wonderful new opportunity coming to me causes me to grow also, like when you start a new job you love. Oh my God, I'm starting something brand new I love, or a new creative endeavor, like I did pottery, right? And it's like, that's definitely opportunities for growth. I enjoy it, but it definitely has opportunities for growth. So that you can do all of that. Face the past, confront emotions, and embrace change. Now, when we always go to the past, as in, I have been through, here's me, right? I've been through this before so many times. I've gone within and never heard answers so many times. That, again, is going to the past. So I'm like, done. Stop going to the past. End it here. Tell myself I now am somebody who hears my intuition loud and clear. I'm somebody now who hears my path forward, who gets knowledge on my path forward, who has a strong knowing of my path forward. That is me now from this moment onward. So that's an important thing to remember, that we get to choose, that's truth too. The last card is the Empress card, and it's about birthing something new. And so again, we're always, right? Healing the old, letting go of the old, choosing to be different, starting anew, looking for new opportunities, knowing new opportunities can be wonderful opportunities, and they can be coming to me. And it's, again, I love that. Walk through the world with total faith in the process. Walk through the world with total faith in the process. We all need to hear that. Okay, so the parallel universes of self little message that I literally opened the page to. While you are trying to solve a problem, you are resisting the solution. Look at the problem and you start vibrating the same way. And the solution can't flow in. What have I been doing all day? Looking at the problem. This is so true. I tend to do this. The main issue, every time you are in resistance, you are destroying energy, body, and being. Every time you are in resistance, you are destroying energy, body, and being. Now, don't take I am reading this out of context because there's a lot more to this information, of course. But it's like the resistance creates just more of what I don't want. The more I'm resisting something that means I'm showing I'm not happy. I'm showing that I don't have faith. I'm showing that I don't believe. All of those things. And I'm being in a more lower frequency. So what am I attracting? All of that. You attract all of that. So just look at, what have I been thinking lately? What have I been feeling lately? What is my heart? All of that. And then say, ooh, what kind of energy has that been? And then it's like, well, that will continue. If that's where my main focus is, if that's where my energy has been going, if that's where my feelings have been going, that means that will continue to be in my life and will attract more of it into my life. So of course, it's that I can either let it go and choose something new, or I can stay in it, because sometimes it feels good to stay angry, to be angry, to have those angry conversations like I did with God Source. But you don't want to stay in it for long. Sometimes you just need to voice it and get it out and really see. It's like, holding up a mirror to yourself and going, oh yeah, wow, this is where you're at right now. It's okay. So I get to be okay with those feelings, and I get to be okay with what I've been saying, feeling, and believing today. Knowing though, I know from reading this and everything, that the more I stay in it, the more that'll stay in me and be part of my life. And I know I don't want that. But sometimes that's a part about, you got to heal, you got to feel the feelings to heal the feelings, right? So I needed to feel all this stuff, look at it, think about it, examine it, go, wow, I really do think those thoughts. But that's okay, because I am not somebody who wants to stay in that energy. It's just those had to come up. Those had to come up to be healed and felt and see that they're still there within me. But I'm not going to choose to stay there, because that's not how I want to live the rest of my life. There's no freaking way. All right, the little blessing is, take a couple deep breaths, hand on your heart. We're probably not going to do a long breathing thing today. We just might do it right in this right here. Close your eyes, hand on your heart. I give thanks for the higher order of my life, which I trust implicitly, as it guides me into wholeness and love. From that which appears as chaos, new order is rising. I trust this and receive the gift of higher order in my life now. Through grace and mercy, so be it. And I love that, because it kind of says what I've been saying, right? It's like, hey, we feel things. It's okay. We need to have grace with ourselves, compassion with ourselves. And choose to get angry. Like, I was just having a conversation with God around my house and source. So it wasn't hurting anybody. It was releasing things that I felt I needed to say. Like, if you're angry with someone or with a person, it's always good to have a conversation with them. Now, not get violent, but you know what I mean? We need to sometimes express what we're feeling, what we're thinking. And so you can do it in a journal. You can do it like I did, just voicing and speaking out. Need to release it. Move your body. Do some yoga, stretch, run, walk, get into nature, whatever it needs. All right? Okay, that's the video for today. So I am done. And let me know if you can relate to anything that I've posted in this video. And thank you for listening and watching. As always, I so appreciate you. Bye-bye.